Light of the world, you step down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see.
They were expecting a gift, and they were excited. Life had been hard, and so a bit of cheer would be welcome. It would be like relief from the tough times they'd been having. Everyone needs a bit of joy in their life, a few moments of celebration when, with those closest to you, you just let your hair down and relax. These folk were in the mood for just such a time, but never in their wildest imaginings did they ever expect such a wonderful present. Sometimes Christmas is like that. You wake up expecting you'll receive another jumper, a new shirt perhaps, and the inevitable socks, and blow me down, you're given a spring weekend in Paris or a meal in that restaurant you've always been planning to go to. The element of surprise seems to be one of the best bits of receiving a gift, and so it's a pity that we all know the Christmas story so well. All the mystique, the wonder, the excitement seems to disappear, or worse, is discarded as irrelevant. For many, the religious bit simply seems an irritating irrelevance to what has become a celebration of the family, a time to show some generosity, kindness, peace, and goodwill. But in those first few moments, in that stable, to those privileged to be a part of the greatest revolution in human history, it all seemed so different. He had come, quietly, almost imperceptibly, he had arrived. God in a shed. An unmarried woman was his mother. The cow's feeding trough was his cot, and straw was his blanket. This was primitive stuff, and a very basic way to make the transition from being the creator of the universe to become one of us, and not just any one of us, but the poorest of the poor. No wonder they were excited. Of course, they didn't know what we know now. They had no idea about the stories this baby would grow up to tell, the miracles he'd do, or the uproar he would cause. They had no conception of a crucifixion or a resurrection. All they could see was a tiny, defenseless baby. But they were excited. Here before them was someone special. Mary had been promised by an angel that her baby would be different, and here he was. A whole choir full of angels had appeared in the night sky and had told the shepherds there to go into town and visit the stable. So here, in the early hours of that first Christmas, we get a small insight into what God wants for each one of us, each Christmas. It's excitement, wonder, amazement at just what a gift we've been given. I know it's difficult. Today is a day of celebration, presents, food, maybe rushing from one relative to the next, catching up, watching the children open their presents. In all the busyness, it's hard to be still. But let me ask you to take a moment to wonder at it all. If God the Father had not decided to send his Son, where would we all be today? Not doing this. Coming to the end of another year with no way to feel at peace, no hope of life beyond death, and no way of finding a true meaning and purpose for life. This baby changes things and provides all of that. And so if you take some time to let the enormity of this all sink in, then you too may become excited at the possibilities that this baby brings. And just as Mary and Joseph's life was never to be the same again, so yours may be set off in new directions as you ponder the question, why? He came that you might have the most amazing life, filled with hope, joy, peace, and meaning. He came to invite you to a life of adventure. God, the risk-taker, speaks from the stable and says, "Follow me." What an incredibly exciting gift. I wonder, will you receive it? I'm Peter Kerridge, and I want to wish you a very happy Christmas.
Poor as I am, if I were